and you walk by, I hit you with sexy eyes. You look through me as if I wasn't right. Oh no, you didn't just walk on through. It's time.
Greetings all, welcome to another week in the Dragon's Lair Workshop. I know I'm beginning to say that at the beginning of every vlog and it's getting old. It is Thursday, and I apologize. I forgot to shoot any footage earlier in the week. I have been out here most of the week working. If you watched last week's vlog, I ended it with drilling the pilot holes here in the piping on both ends. I started it on Sunday, finished it late on Monday, first thing on Tuesday, I believe it was. After that, I got started on the other aspect of it, and that is cleaning these up. I've been working on them off and on all week, and that's what they look like. You put them next to each other here, and you can really see the difference. The tab's a lot smaller now and blends into the pipe. This one here, when you put up to the pipe, the sides kind of stick out. But I've been working on these off and on. Weather's been nice here, so we've been having anywhere from 85 to 95 degree weather for the last week. So I've been hopping back and forth to working in the shop to doing a little bit of work out in the yard. So I'm hoping though today I've got 3 crates done. Got a 4th crate there, and I got a part crate left to do. To shave these off, and that's what I'm getting ready to do now, is sit down, finish it. It's about a half hour, maybe an hour at the most worth of work to get those trimmed. And I'm using a bandsaw to do the trimming, and it's fairly easy. It's just a matter of lining the blade up with the side of the pipe and pulling it through to trim them off, and then I clean off the ends a little bit. A little noisy, so I'm not going to film that part, but you got the basic idea. I'm going to get back to work, get these finished, and here, once I get the rest of those tabs cleaned off, we got to get in here, and there's dust and trimmings and stuff all over the floor, and the saw is kind of caked with plastic dust as well from the cutting. So I got to get in here. I'm going to get this all cleaned up, and then we're going to start getting into the paint part of it. And there's 2 steps with that. First one, as you can see, this pipe is kind of dirty, so I've got to go through each pipe and clean each one, just basically with a wet rag, and rub it down. And I'll probably get started on that today and be close to finishing it today, and then hopefully tomorrow we can start getting these sprayed black. So we're almost to the end of these, and then we can start mounting, hopefully. Don't know if I'll get that to this week. We'll probably be mounting these next week, for next week's vlog. Welcome to Friday, people. It's late in the day on Friday. I'm actually just calling it quits for the night. Had some non-hunt related stuff to do today, so only had a couple hours out here in the shop, but figure I'd run you over. I've gone through all the went through all the crates yesterday, including this one. Got all the pipes wiped off, washed, so those are ready for painting. And I actually, as you just got a glimpse of, got 125 pieces painted. It's not a perfect paint. In most cases it's a light coat. There's some streaks and stuff on them. I'm not overly worried about that right now. Once I get these mounted onto the fences and stuff, I've got to go back through and do some touch-ups on the panels here and there. So there's going to be some screw heads from mounting these to it that are going to need to be cleaned, or not cleaned, but painted. So any streaking issues or anything I have with them, like this one right here has a nice little streak down it, I can touch that up at that stage. So I'm not going to be overly worried about it. I just wanted to get a good healthy coat of black paint on them, and I think they're coated enough. Like I said, there's 125 of them on that drying rack. And I'm going to let them dry overnight. In fact, most of them are dry now. We've got 95 here today, 94, 95 degrees. So it's not taking too long for things to dry. Tomorrow, Saturday, I'm going to take you guys on a small field trip. It's a haunt-related thing. One of our local radio stations here, where I live at, every year, has a over-the-top yard sale. They invite 70 homes, or 70 homes can apply for booth space at this giant yard sale that they do. They do charge $3 a person to get into it, which I think is stupid. I figure if you have a yard sale, it should be free. If you're charging, it's a swap meet, not a yard sale. But anyway, years past, they've been doing it for years. We've never gone to it because they normally hold it on a weekend where we're on the road with my produce stand business I do. So we're out of town. This year they're holding it a little bit earlier. So we decided finally we are going to go. I want to go down, and there's a couple of prop ideas I've got. I need like a chair for an electric chair I want to do in our torture room. And, I was thinking, some gauges or something, kind of like what Goth Gloom did in their punk room. I have an idea, to use those style of gauges and stuff. I wanted to see if I can find some down there. And just to basically take the morning and, look around down there. But I figured I'd take you guys along and give you some little snippets here and there. Hopefully, if I remember to turn the camera on. But anyway, we get back tomorrow after the yard sale. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to be out here in the shop, and it's going to be painting most of the day. I figure on the painting, it's probably going to be Monday, maybe Tuesday by the time I get this stage done. So it'll be next week we'll start getting these mounted onto the fence panels and getting final touches done and what have you. With the amount of panels, amount of detail work, and amount of touch-ups I'm going to have to do, it's probably going to be the week after next. The project will be finished. Well, last segment, I promised you guys a field trip to do some yard selling. It's almost 8 a.m. We're here. We're getting ready to shop. I brought the rest of the haunt crew. So we're going to go looking for some Halloween stuff. See what we can find for props or what have you. I'll give you a little bit of footage as we go along. Get your coffee. It's going to be a long morning. Well, we've been here for about a half hour. And we've made it down the first row, or almost, and we've already had to take a load out of the car. Oh yeah, nice trunk over there. Yeah, this is kind of like a giant swap meet more than it is a yard sale.
We don't need another one.
Yeah. That's a nice sized one. $75 too. That I'd say would be worth the price. But there you go, so you can get a little bit of a snippet.
Right.
Yeah, tables. The trunk was down the way.
Here you go.
Yeah, right over there. I was kind of looking at that chair there, thinking you take the cushions off of it, make it into an electric chair. They wanted $20 for it. Now, did you see anything down here that you liked?
No, not really.
At least Morgan found a few things. Guys, we spent about an hour and a half down there walking around. Came away with a good haul. Got a little bit of everything. Let's get started on over here and we'll kind of zoom in. If I hit the button right. I got some more clamps from a workshop. Those were $2 a pop. Got a good deal on those. Found a couple of more bottles, which we'll be able to use in the display. Get up and move around. I'm sitting on my butt. I'm tired. Found that couple. Yeah, and they're turning. Candelabras, brass, matching set. Those will be able to look. Those will look really good in the haunt. And I found this one here. It's a candelabra as well. But we'll probably use a little basket, so we probably won't use the bracket. I don't know. And then we found a set of a solid bowl with some 4 wood bowls down there. Those will go into our witch display. And then we found a big plastic fan. That will go somewhere in the hunt. Not exactly sure where. Probably the gypsy display, the wife's saying. So we'll get that put down.
So I'd like to gold it up a little bit more.
Yeah, that's a project we can work on. And then this is a really good deal. It's an old trunk, kind of dirty and stuff. I'm going to go over and do some painting on it, some detail work on it, kind of clean it up, you know, so it'll work, and we'll turn it into another possible treasure chest. We'll have 2 treasure chests in the hunt. Inside of it, I got it locked. I'll have to break the lock off. They didn't have the key for it. But that stuff there I showed you, I spent 50 bucks on. Not too bad. The main haul I got though was I got some disco lighting, theatrical lighting lamps. This one here does a diamond pattern. Needs to be cleaned up. The motor needs to be oiled and cleaned up on it. This one here is just one of those spots. You know, you put the gels in front of them. The wiring on it needs to be cleaned up and fixed. This one here is the only one that we could not get working. We think it needs a new light in there, and a couple other parts, which I can get offline. This one here is a flood, and was the little one a diamond flood? Did it have a diamond pattern to it? Do you remember?
Yeah, it has a little light inside.
Yeah, it had a little light with some mirrors, and it does a diamond pattern. You can put a gel on it. And then we got one of these ball ones, and the lights flicker back and forth. Not bad, but what was really nice, we got that same light, brand new, never used, still in its original box. So all those lights, and some of these lights, you know, they run several $100 buying them brand new, usually. You know, the professional quality ones, which is what these are. Got the whole lot for 50 bucks. I figured that was a good deal. I jumped on that in a heartbeat. And there was like 3 other people at the booth looking at them and stuff. And, you know, he said, well, some by the piece, or, you know, some all for 50 bucks. And I turned off, okay, I'll take them. I got some dirty looks.
Well, the thing is, I think you could have sold them separately.
Yeah.
At a higher price.
Yeah, you could have. But I figured that wasn't too bad. You know, we had a good haul. Saw a couple other things down there we put on the back of the list. We decided we'd walk through and just get the things that we really saw that we really wanted, and then if we had money left over, you know, which we ended up having left over, we'll go back to those spots and pick up the other stuff.
If we really wanted it.
If we really wanted it. And there was 2 items. Plaster of Paris pillar, 4-foot tall pillar, ornate pillar. I figured we'd look in the graveyard with a statue or something on it. Made it back to the booth where it was at. Got there just in time to see a guy pay for it and carry off with it. I waited too long. Oh well.
Well, it was only $5. So
Yeah.
What do you expect?
Yeah. So good deal on that one. And then they had some styrofoam coolers down there, and those were still there. Wanted $3 each for it, and I was thinking, well, I could get one of those, use my Monster Clay idea on it, and you know, make another treasure chest out of it. And I decided to hold off on it. I really wasn't too interested in it. Oh, someone's checking out the yard sale stuff. That's my big baby boy. And yes, I know the lens is dirty again, needs to be cleaned. And then my daughter spent 10 bucks and got some jewelry. Keep it up, Morgan. I gotta zoom in on you here. And got a couple, 3 rings and a bracelet for 10 bucks, which she'll wear off and on. And come Halloween, we'll be using it in the gypsy display, you know, as ornamentation on a couple of our mannequins. So, all in all, we had a pretty good haul. Do have some work. Stuff needs to be kind of cleaned up, maintenance, what have you. Some painting. The lights all need to be opened and cleaned. The trunk needs to be cleaned up, and we're gonna paint and detail that. The wife wants to figure out what to do with the fan, and we're gonna detail that. But all in all, for $100, I think we did fairly well down there. And there was a lot to see down there. There was a lot of stuff.
A lot of junk.
Yeah, a lot of junk.
A lot of clothes.
Yeah. Well, what yard sale doesn't have clothes? You know. I mean, you can't have a yard
It's all
sale.
baby clothes. Don't need baby clothes.
That's true. Oh, unless you're doing midget costumes or something. But, well, anyway, that was our yard selling adventure. Time to get this stuff kind of cleaned up, put away, and I'm going to get on the shop. I got those detail parts to get painting, get started painting on. Not going to get them done today, but we'll get a good dent into them. So we'll touch back with you guys a bit later. But that was our field trip today. Sorry I did not get too much footage. Not used to filming when I'm out and about like that. So I didn't get as much footage. I was too busy looking and touching and handling everything. But anyway, talk with you later.